Your daily rituals, the very sips you take, might be harboring a secret that could jeopardize one of your most vital organs, your kidneys. You reach for that refreshing glass of orange juice each morning, convinced it's a powerful vitamin C boost. You dutifully hydrate with 8 glasses of water, confident you're flushing out toxins. Perhaps you've even made the smart switch to diet soda, believing you've cleverly sidestepped the perils of sugar. But a quiet, unsettling revelation is emerging from the latest scientific discoveries, exposing a surprising and dangerous truth. Some of these most trusted daily drinks, the ones you rely on without a second thought, are actually silent saboteurs. They're working insidiously against your kidneys, slowly triggering a critical early warning sign of damage. Protein in your urine, known as proteinuria, all unfolding behind the scenes without any obvious symptoms. The question isn't whether your daily routine contains these hidden dangers, but which ones. This isn't merely about what you shouldn't drink. It's about reclaiming control over your health and giving your kidneys the crucial support they desperately need. This is truly a game changer for anyone committed to their long-term well-being, and you absolutely cannot afford to be left in the dark about this vital information. We're about to pull back the curtain on 4 common culprits lurking in plain sight, and then, most importantly, we'll arm you with 3 powerful, science-backed hero drinks specifically designed to fight back and profoundly protect your kidney function. And trust us, you'll want to absorb every single detail until the very end, because the single most effective hero we'll share isn't some exotic or expensive concoction. It's highly probable that it's already sitting right there in your kitchen, waiting to become your kidney's best ally. This isn't based on speculation, marketing fads, or miracle cure claims. Every piece of information we're presenting is deeply rooted in rigorously peer-reviewed scientific research, meticulously analyzed and simplified to cut through the noise and provide you with unbiased, actionable insights for your lasting health. 4 drinks to actively avoid for your kidney health. Let's begin our urgent investigation with a ubiquitous, brightly colored villain often perceived as a quick fix for fatigue: the energy drink. Far from being a harmless pick-me-up, these beverages pose a direct and alarming threat to your kidneys, particularly through a sudden, severe crisis known as acute kidney injury, or AKI. This isn't a rare occurrence. A comprehensive systematic review has shockingly revealed that AKI accounts for a staggering 4 out of every 7 kidney-related incidents linked to energy drink consumption. The critical question, then, is what makes them so profoundly dangerous. The answer lies not in a single ingredient, but in a meticulously engineered, perilous synergy, a perfect storm unleashed within your body with every gulp. It begins with an overwhelming deluge of sugar. A typical can unleash between 40 to 55 grams of sugar, with some extreme variations rocketing up to a jaw-dropping 78 grams. To put that into perspective, that's equivalent to consuming up to 20 teaspoons of pure sugar in one sitting. Considering health authorities like the American Heart Association advise adults to limit added sugar intake to a mere 25 to 36 grams, about 6 to 9 teaspoons per day, a single energy drink can deliver more than triple your recommended daily allowance. But the assault doesn't stop there. These drinks also pack a massive caffeine punch, often ranging from 160 to 300 milligrams in a standard 16-ounce serving, with some brands pushing this to an alarming 350 milligrams. When experts recommend no more than 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine for your entire day, just one can might effectively consume nearly your entire daily limit. Here's where the danger truly escalates. This isn't simply an arithmetic sum of caffeine plus sugar plus taurine. This is an exponential cascade of damage. The colossal dose of caffeine violently jolts your system, causing a dramatic spike in blood pressure and placing immense strain on your entire cardiovascular network. Simultaneously, the sugar tsunami overwhelms your kidneys' delicate filtration units, forcing them to struggle desperately to cope, potentially leading to protein in your urine as they falter under the immense pressure. When these potent ingredients, caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants like taurine, combine, they don't just add to the problem, they amplify each other, creating a synergistic attack that is exponentially more destructive than the sum of their individual parts. Furthermore, these concoctions are delivered in an ultra-processed food format, a category of products that, according to the highest level of scientific evidence from meta-analyses, is now unequivocally linked to a significantly elevated risk of chronic kidney disease, or CKD. As if that weren't enough, energy drinks are often fortified with phosphorus and sodium additives, placing yet more undue stress on your kidneys as they labor to process these additional minerals. The real-world consequences are chilling. A 2025 case report highlighted the tragic story of a 20-year-old man who, believing he was simply boosting his energy, developed AKI after consuming just 6 cans a day for a single week. This is a terrifyingly low threshold, far below what many people might casually assume. Our urgent advice, therefore, is unambiguous and absolute. The only safe amount of energy drinks is none. And for those who believe they're sidestepping the danger by opting for sugar-free versions, please understand that while you might avoid the sugar tsunami, you remain squarely in the path of the relentless caffeine storm, still subjecting your kidneys to severe strain. If you genuinely need an energy lift, choose a safer, kidney-friendly path. A cup of green tea can offer a gentler caffeine boost without the detrimental sugar crash. A handful of nutrient-dense nuts provide sustained energy through healthy fats and protein, perfect for combating that afternoon slump. Even a quick 5-minute walk or a few deep breathing exercises can naturally invigorate you without posing any risk to your precious kidney health. Sham the truth about alcoholic drinks. Next, we tackle a substance steeped in social ritual and often debated for its health effects: alcohol. Is it a loyal friend or a stealthy foe to your kidneys? The scientific answer is surprisingly nuanced and revolves around a curious phenomenon known as the J-curve, a colossal 2023 study meticulously combining data from 11 separate investigations and involving over 14.6 million individuals, unequivocally confirmed this perplexing J-shaped pattern. The research suggested that light drinking, defined as 12 grams of alcohol or less per day, roughly equivalent to one standard drink, was associated with a modest 13% lower risk of protein in the urine, or proteinuria, when compared to those who abstained entirely. However, as consumption crept upward into the realm of heavy drinking, typically 36 to 60 grams per day, the risk trajectory dramatically flipped, increasing by 9% compared to complete abstainers. So, at the absolute lowest, most occasional doses, there appears to be a fleeting protective effect against proteinuria. Yet even the seasoned researchers behind this monumental analysis emphasized a crucial caveat. These findings are counterintuitive and necessitate far more extensive study before anyone should even consider them as a health recommendation. The intricate relationship between alcohol and kidney well-being is simply too complex and uncertain to suggest that individuals start drinking for the purported benefit of kidney protection. The window for this perceived protection is incredibly narrow, and the risks of inadvertently crossing into harmful territory are so significant that the safest, clearest approach remains one of extreme moderation or, ideally, complete avoidance. So, how does this seemingly protective substance morph into a kidney villain at higher doses? Alcohol launches a relentless two-pronged attack. First, it wages a war of attrition through severe dehydration. By dramatically increasing urine output, it depletes vital blood volume, forcing your kidneys to operate under stressful, low-fluid conditions, struggling to perform their essential filtration tasks. Simultaneously, it instigates a rise in your blood pressure, which delivers a direct assault on the delicate filters nestled within your kidneys, potentially triggering proteinuria as these vital structures become damaged. Adding another layer of complexity, a 2019 study on healthy young men revealed that alcohol can create a biphasic blood pressure effect. It might initially lower it, only to then cause a pronounced rebound spike, all while keeping your heart rate persistently elevated. This sustained increase in heart rate compels your kidneys to work even harder, as they must filter blood that is being pumped through your system at an accelerated, unnatural pace. What then does this mean for your daily choices? If you choose to partake, a precise understanding of the numbers is paramount. 12 grams of alcohol is roughly equivalent to one standard drink. Think a 12-ounce beer, a 5-ounce glass of wine, or a 1.5-ounce shot of spirits. Remaining within this exquisitely narrow protective window implies limiting yourself to one drink per day at most, and crucially, not every single day. The J-curve's slight protective effect seems to stem from very moderate, truly occasional consumption. But here is the critical, non-negotiable takeaway. For anyone with existing kidney concerns, high blood pressure, or who is currently taking medications, that tenuous protective segment of the J-curve effectively vanishes. Kidneys that are already working diligently have significantly lost their reserve capacity. They simply cannot effectively manage the dehydrating effects or the blood pressure spike that alcohol invariably delivers. For these individuals, the attack on their kidneys begins with the very first sip. The surprising truth about dairy milk. This next culprit is perhaps the most challenging to discuss, precisely because for the vast majority of our lives, it has been lauded and ingrained as an absolute pillar of good nutrition. Dairy milk. It's universally praised for its abundance of calcium, and it's certainly packed with protein. But paradoxically, it is precisely these celebrated attributes where the fundamental problem for kidney health begins. The animal protein found generously in milk, approximately 8 grams per cup, can initiate what is known as acid loading within the body. This phenomenon doesn't just subtly affect your system, it actively damages delicate kidney cells and triggers a compensatory mechanism called hyperfiltration, which essentially forces your kidneys into a state of chronic, relentless overdrive. This increased workload also dramatically amplifies blood flow to your kidneys and ramps up the internal pressure within their tiny, intricate filtering units, potentially leading to protein in the urine as these filters struggle under duress. Moreover, milk is exceptionally rich in the very minerals that compromised kidneys struggle most desperately to handle: phosphorus and potassium. For kidneys operating at peak health, filtering these minerals is a routine, uneventful task. However, for kidneys already functioning at a reduced capacity, a common scenario in individuals with stage 3 to 5 chronic kidney disease, CKD, particularly prevalent among seniors, that same mineral load is anything but routine. It transforms into a constant oppressive burden. The very nutrients that define milk's nutritional strength ironically become the source of this damaging overload. When these vital minerals begin to accumulate in kidneys that are already struggling, the consequences reverberate far beyond mere kidney function. Excess phosphorus circulating in the bloodstream can severely disrupt bone metabolism, leading to weakened bones, and even more alarmingly, cause calcium to deposit in your arteries, effectively calcifying your blood vessels into hardened pipes, dramatically increasing one's risk of death from heart disease. Meanwhile, elevated potassium levels present an even more immediate and life-threatening danger. They can trigger dangerous heart rhythm disturbances that can rapidly progress to sudden cardiac arrest. This isn't speculative opinion or theoretical conjecture. It is a core established principle from the world's leading kidney experts, articulated by organizations like Kidney Disease Improving Global Outcomes, KDIGO. And the stark numbers vividly illustrate why. Consider phosphorus. A single glass of 2% milk contains over 250 milligrams. Add to that 383 milligrams of potassium. If you're contemplating switching to fat-free milk as a solution, consider this. Skim milk actually contains an even higher potassium content at 409 milligrams per glass. For someone meticulously managing their diet for kidney health, that represents a substantial portion of their daily mineral limits consumed in just one glass. Remember, this extends beyond liquid milk itself. Other common dairy products like yogurt, ice cream, and pudding are equally loaded with phosphorus and potassium, often in even higher concentrations due to their processing, concentration, and added ingredients. If you do choose to consume dairy, it is prudent to strictly limit portions to half a cup and consult your doctor about the potential use of phosphorus binders if your kidney function is compromised. Sugar-sweetened beverages, the ultimate kidney saboteur. When the term sugary drinks crosses your mind, your thoughts likely gravitate immediately to soda. However, the official definition of sugar-sweetened beverages, SSBs, encompasses a far broader, more insidious category. It includes those seemingly innocent sweetened iced teas, the vibrant fruit punches, the supposedly performance-enhancing sports drinks, and yes, even the energy drinks we just meticulously dissected. So, what precisely happens inside your body when you allow one of these sugary concoctions to pass your lips? It initiates an immediate and profound shock to your entire system. The immense sugar load, predominantly fructose, triggers a rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar levels, immediately placing your kidneys under immense filtration strain and significantly escalating the risk of proteinuria. Worse still, the metabolism of fructose specifically generates uric acid, a compound now definitively recognized as a direct toxin to delicate kidney cells. Furthermore, physiological studies demonstrate that these drinks can physically constrict the kidney's own intricate blood vessels, thereby reducing their vital blood supply and oxygen. This cumulative, multifaceted assault has a surprisingly low tipping point. A compelling 2024 UK Biobank study involving nearly 200,000 individuals found that consuming just one of these sugar-laden drinks per day dramatically heightened the risk of chronic kidney disease, CKD, by an alarming 45%. But here lies the truly shocking twist, a detail that many find hard to reconcile with popular belief. Artificially sweetened beverages were found to be even more detrimental, raising the CKD risk by an astonishing 52%. This unequivocally means that diet sodas and other zero-calorie drinks are not the safe harbor many people mistakenly believe them to be. In fact, they may actively increase your risk of developing proteinuria and kidney damage. So what's the practical, effective way forward to protect your kidneys? Begin with the simplest yet most impactful swap. Replace just one sugary drink per day with plain water, perhaps infused with natural flavors from lemon slices, cucumber, or mint, providing refreshing taste without any of the inherent risks. If you crave the satisfying fizz of carbonation, opt for unflavored sparkling water and add just a splash of 100% fruit juice. A single tablespoon can impart flavor while keeping sugar content minimal. For your caffeine needs, unsweetened tea or black coffee represent infinitely safer and healthier choices compared to the dangerous cocktails of energy drinks or sodas. And here's a truly game-changing tip for those times you simply can't resist something sweet. Always consume it with a meal rather than on its own. The presence of other food helps to significantly slow down sugar absorption, thereby mitigating the immediate shock to your kidneys. So our industries are 3 hero drinks to actively reduce proteinuria and protect your kidneys. Having navigated the treacherous waters of hidden kidney culprits, let's now pivot to the empowering solutions. For every single threat we've identified, nature, supported by robust science, offers a powerful antidote. For every challenge to your health, there is a hero ready to step in and offer vital protection. That's homemade lemonade. Behind the deceptively simple facade of lemon water lies a highly effective biochemical agent, a true secret weapon for kidney health. Its profound benefit has absolutely nothing to do with vague detoxing claims and everything to do with a single crucial compound, citrate. For individuals already exhibiting protein in their urine, that critical early warning sign of kidney disease, preventing the formation of kidney stones becomes absolutely paramount. When stones develop in kidneys that are already compromised, they can inflict acute, severe damage on top of existing chronic disease, creating a dangerous double assault that can permanently and irreversibly worsen kidney function. Here's the elegant science in action. The most common kidney stones are formed when tiny calcium and oxalate particles in the urine bind together. Citrate, the star compound in lemons, acts as the ultimate disruptor of this process. It gracefully swoops in and preferentially binds with the calcium first, forming a new, entirely harmless compound that remains dissolved and easily passes through your system. By intercepting the calcium, it leaves the oxalate with no available partner to bond with, effectively preventing stone formation. Citrus-based drinks like homemade lemonade also gently yet significantly raise your urine's pH, making it more alkaline rather than acidic. This subtle but powerful shift creates a far less hospitable environment for certain types of kidney stones to form, particularly uric acid stones, which notoriously thrive in acidic conditions. Furthermore, a more alkaline urine pH can help to reduce the overall burden on your kidneys to buffer excess acid, allowing them to conserve their energy for other vital functions. This isn't merely a theoretical concept, it's a measurable biochemical fact proven time and again in scientific studies. While real-world results can sometimes be nuanced, a 2021 clinical trial followed 203 patients with recurrent calcium oxalate stones over 2 years. One group diligently added 120 millismol of fresh lemon juice daily to their standard diet, while the control group maintained their standard diet alone. While the study showed mixed results on direct stone prevention rates, it unequivocally confirmed that lemon water significantly improved citrate levels in the urine of those who needed it most. This finding was further solidified by a comprehensive 2017 meta-analysis which reviewed multiple clinical trials and confirmed that consistent consumption of citrus products like lemon leads to a significant and protective increase of citrate levels in the urine. It proves beyond doubt that these disruptors are reporting for duty to protect your kidneys. The best part is how incredibly simple it is to integrate this powerful drink into your daily routine. The most effective dose is simply the fresh juice of half a lemon mixed into a glass of plain water each day. But, and this is a crucial distinction, this means homemade lemon water. Commercial lemonades are, unfortunately, often just sugar delivery systems in disguise. They are not heroes, but rather another group of culprits. Fresh lemons also naturally contain higher, more potent citrate levels. To protect your tooth enamel from the citric acid, drink through a straw and always rinse your mouth with plain water afterward to neutralize any residual acidity. Chaburchas green tea, the ancient defender. Our next hero is a familiar staple, revered for centuries in various cultures, green tea. However, to truly grasp its immense power for kidney health, we need to look beyond the aromatic tea leaf itself and focus on the potent, specific compound it so generously delivers, a powerful antioxidant known as epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG. This, according to a major meta-analysis, is the true unsung hero of this story. EGCG operates with a brilliant two-step defensive strategy within your body. First, it acts like an elite firefighting squad, swiftly neutralizing the smoldering embers of chronic inflammation that relentlessly damage delicate kidney tissue. But its role isn't solely about damage control. It then strategically rebuilds and reinforces your body's defenses. EGCG activates a crucial master switch within your cells, dramatically bolstering their internal antioxidant shield against any future assaults. But does this cellular level activity truly translate into tangible real-world results for kidney health? The most compelling and robust evidence comes from Mendelian randomization research, an innovative scientific approach that studies individuals born with specific genetic variants that naturally predispose them to drink more tea. Because these genetic differences are inherited randomly and are entirely separate from lifestyle choices, researchers can isolate tea's actual direct effects on kidney health without the usual confounding factors like diet or exercise habits interfering with the results. The findings were crystal clear and profoundly encouraging. Each additional cup of tea consumed per day was linked to a nearly 20% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease, CKD stages 3 to 5, alongside significantly improved overall kidney function. Even more remarkably, higher tea consumption was associated with an impressive 24% lower risk of proteinuria, indicating a powerful protective effect against early kidney damage. Real-world observational data strongly backs up these genetic insights. A comprehensive 2025 analysis of over 17,000 individuals living with kidney disease, drawn from the NHANES database, found that those in the early stages of CKD who regularly drank up to 4 cups of tea daily had an 11% lower risk of death from any cause compared to non-tea drinkers. And if you're concerned about the painful reality of kidney stones, a 2019 study delivered striking results among women with calcium-rich urine who were prone to developing stones. Those who consistently drank green tea daily experienced 0 cases of the most common type of kidney stone, a stark contrast to the 42% incidence rate observed in non-tea drinkers. Thus, the evidence is unequivocally clear. Green tea stands as a powerful, scientifically validated ally in fighting proteinuria and robustly protecting overall kidney function. But to truly empower your body's natural defenders, how you drink it matters. The first key lies in the preparation. Food chemistry reveals that boiling water can actually destroy the delicate EGCG compounds. So, to maximize their potent power, allow the water to cool slightly after boiling before you brew your tea. You can also re-steep the same leaves 2 to 3 times throughout the day, extracting fresh antioxidants with each brew while simultaneously reducing waste. The second key is to vigilantly avoid a common deception. Most bottled green teas are simply sugar-sweetened beverages in disguise, and that heavy sugar load completely cancels out any potential health benefit, turning a hero into a hidden villain. Sure, black coffee, the surprising kidney protector. For years, coffee has remained at the epicenter of a heated, often contentious health debate. Is it a steadfast friend or a formidable foe to your kidneys? The key to unraveling this mystery lies in understanding that coffee isn't a monolithic entity. It's a complex, dynamic mix of 2 distinct players. On one hand, you have the bona fide heroes, powerful antioxidants like chlorogenic acid and melanoidins. Meta-analyses, the highest form of scientific evidence, consistently confirm that these compounds actively fight the cellular-level inflammation that poses a profound threat to long-term kidney health. On the other hand, there's the wild card, caffeine. How your unique body reacts to caffeine is deeply personal, heavily determined by your individual genetics. So, when you weigh the protective compounds against this genetic variability, what's the net result for the vast majority of people? The definitive verdict emerges from a massive 2021 meta-analysis meticulously compiling data from over 500,000 individuals across 12 separate, rigorous research studies. This monumental study found that coffee drinkers consistently had a remarkable 14% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease, CKD, with those consuming 2 or more cups daily showing even greater protection than lighter drinkers. The same comprehensive analysis further revealed that regular coffee consumption was linked to an impressive 18% lower risk of end-stage kidney disease, the most severe form requiring invasive dialysis or a kidney transplant. Coffee drinkers also exhibited a significant 19% lower risk of proteinuria and astonishingly, a 28% lower risk of death specifically related to kidney disease. These groundbreaking findings were not isolated incidents. A separate 2020 study independently confirmed similar protective effects, demonstrating approximately a 13% lower CKD risk among coffee drinkers. And for those perpetually concerned about the excruciating experience of kidney stones, a compelling 2022 analysis of nearly 800,000 people delivered even more good news. Individuals with the highest caffeine intake had a substantial 32% lower risk of developing kidney stones. The overwhelming conclusion from all this evidence is clear and undeniable. On balance, coffee is unequivocally a hero in the fight against proteinuria and for overall kidney health. At the cellular level, caffeine works by strategically blocking adenosine A1 receptors in the kidney's tiny, intricate blood vessels, causing them to dilate and thereby increasing both blood flow and the critical filtration rate. However, coffee's impact isn't uniformly beneficial for all individuals. Genetic variations in the CYP1A2 gene determine how quickly your body metabolizes caffeine. Slow metabolizers retain caffeine in their system for longer periods and may consequently face higher risks from excessive consumption. So, how do you harness the considerable good without falling prey to the potential downsides? The strategy is surprisingly simple. First, drink it black. The creamers and sugar so commonly added don't just pile on unnecessary calories. They introduce a heavy mineral load that can entirely cancel out coffee's inherent benefits. Second, consciously time your last cup before 2 p.m. Late-day caffeine consumption can severely disrupt your sleep patterns, which in turn indirectly harms kidney health. Additionally, opt for paper filters instead of metal ones. They effectively remove caffeine compounds that can elevate cholesterol levels and potentially stress your cardiovascular system. Third, and perhaps most importantly, listen intently to your body. If coffee consistently makes you feel anxious, jittery, or unsettled, you may be a slow metabolizer of caffeine. For you, less is truly emphatically more. That's your power to choose for kidney health. And so, our vital journey through the hidden truths of daily beverages comes to a close. We have meticulously exposed the 4 insidious culprits that can silently strain your kidneys and relentlessly trigger proteinuria, often without you even realizing the damage occurring within. More importantly, we have introduced you to 3 remarkably effective, rigorously science-backed hero drinks ready to step in and fortify your kidney health. The ultimate lesson, however, extends far beyond this simple list of good and bad choices. It lies in the profound, empowering realization that you are fundamentally in control. The choice of what you consciously decide to pour into your glass each day is not a minor detail or an insignificant habit. It is, in fact, one of the most decisive and impactful actions you can consistently take to safeguard your kidney health and actively prevent proteinuria. However, before implementing any significant alterations to your daily routine, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions, are managing chronic illnesses, or are currently taking medications, it is absolutely essential to consult with your trusted healthcare provider. Your kidneys are unique just like you, and what proves beneficial for one person may not be the ideal solution for another, depending on your specific medical history, current kidney function, and individual risk factors. Remember, these intelligent beverage choices work best when integrated as a vital component of a broader, holistic, healthy lifestyle. Make it a priority to stay consistently hydrated throughout your day with plain water. Cultivate a balanced diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. Engage in regular physical activity that suits your body, and effectively manage stress through mindful practices. No single beverage, no matter how powerful, is a magic bullet for health. True, sustainable kidney health is meticulously built through a consistent tapestry of smart, informed daily choices, woven together over time. Now, we want to genuinely turn the conversation over to you to hear your voice within our community. Based on everything we've shared today, what is the one single, impactful change you are thoughtfully considering making in your daily routine to prioritize your kidney health? Let the community know in the comments below. Your journey and your insights can profoundly inspire countless others. We extend our deepest gratitude for being here, for truly listening, and for having the courage and proactive spirit to embark on this invaluable journey of discovering what truly benefits your health. A journey that, while not always easy, is ultimately worth more than anything else you possess. If you found this information valuable, please hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss another life-saving video designed to empower your well-being. The sooner you become aware of potential kidney issues, the more effectively you can take action and keep things under control. If you're currently unsure about your kidney health or haven't been feeling your best recently, we highly recommend checking out the video on your screen now. We thoroughly cover all possible symptoms, helping you accurately spot kidney failure early and take effective action if needed. We'll see you there. Stay informed, stay healthy,